In this case right here, I have the VMODA Crossfade M100s, originally released in 2012, but still kicking in 2025. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Nick, and I have been waiting years to make this video, but I've never been able to because these headphones were just too good. So I got these for Christmas in 2013 when I was 14. And even then, I was very much into the audio scene. I was an avid music lover, and I wanted to hear it in the best quality that I could. And I understood at a young age that the best way to do that, cheaply, was through headphones. So I begged my parents for these, and they bought them for me, and now I still have them because they're just that good. So let's get into the history of these guys. Let me give you a little background as to why this pair is so special. So when I got these, I took them to school every single day. And what I would do is I would take them out of their case in the morning, wear them on the bus, and then of course I would put them back in their case when I got to school. They would stay in my backpack all day. Maybe they would come out for a study hall or something like that, and then again be taken out, ride home on the bus, be put back in their case when I got home. And so they would be taken in and out of their case at least 3 times a day, all the way up until 2016 when I got my first car, and then I was much more likely to use the stereo on that car rather than using my headphones on the way to school, obviously. But I did still use them almost every single day at school, and then again after school, because I joined the school's drama club and I was the sound guy, so I needed monitors to monitor stuff. And these were my go-tos every single day, hours on hours of rehearsal throughout the school year. And they were just incredible. So these got used in and out of school just constantly. And then I took them with me to college. And same deal. I would use them walking to class. They were always on. I could be doing homework in my dorm, want to listen to music. These were my go-tos. These things have seen so much wear and tear since when I got them in 2013. And I've wanted to make a review of them, but I haven't had any reason to say, oh, well, I'm finally making it. And now, after years past college of editing videos, listening to music, playing games at home, finally something happened to these. And I'll get to that in a minute, but first I want to show you what this amount of wear and tear looks like. So what I've been hiding from you is this. Yeah, so after that many years of sliding this thing in and out of my backpack, taking them out of the case, and always trying to keep them protected, well, fortunately, this is how much damage has been done to the case and not to my headphones. I mean, the build quality is still there. Like, I can't knock this. Being as old as it is, it's in decent shape. I mean, it's all still held together. Yes, this rubbery coating is flaking off, but yeah, I don't know. I really can't complain about it with it being this old. So let's go ahead and open it up and have a look at the headphones. So obviously these are not brand new. And even just in the time of me being here, the case has flaked onto the table. And that is my biggest complaint with the case. These flakes get everywhere. As soon as this thing starts to chip off and everything, you're never gonna stop finding the pieces everywhere. So this is the original cable. Yeah, it's totally broken. As you can see, these were all like the rubber shrink wraps that you heat up with a lighter, a heat gun, whatever, and they shrink around. And I tried that for a while, but this braided cord, right, had broken, and it just continues to recede down this wire over time. But look, it works, okay? It works. So still, again, for being that old, what can I say? So let's just put these over the side for just a second. And then this is a, I don't want to say, it's not aftermarket. It's still from VMODA. It's just one I bought later. Just a later in life purchase, a replacement for this guy. It's not aftermarket. I don't know why that came to mind. Anyway, this one's been great. There is, I don't know, I'm trying to put this up to the camera. It's hard for me to tell exactly where it is. I don't have a viewfinder. This is just my phone. But, you can see that right there is starting to fray. But it's still, it's still good. I really can't complain about it. With the amount of hours that I've put on these, there's just nothing that I could say overly negative about that. So let's go ahead and move into the headphones themselves. So these are a really unique design as they fold out like this to utilize, and then they have the double ports to allow for daisy chaining should you choose to do that. Now let's talk about build quality before we get into sound quality. So the letters on the top, right? They're shot, they're gone. We have the same flaking problem. This is a very similar material, if not these. I mean, you could see it coming off on my fingers right now. This is the same material that's on the case. It's just kind of making a mess of my desk right now. So what I would probably recommend to anyone else is that if this starts to happen, just go ahead and take it all off in one sitting so you're not constantly worrying about it. Because this coating under it, whatever this cloth is still fine. There's no rips, there's no tears. I mean, again, we're just talking about some stickers coming off essentially. Now, these are not the original ear cups, okay? These are, I can't remember what they're called. I'll look it up and I'll put a thing on the screen for you to see. But these are a upgrade from VMODA. They're very comfortable, but well, what's the problem? Yeah, the coating. Again, so my main concern with these headphones is this rubbery plastic coating that just comes off of everything after enough time. Granted, these have seen lots of sweat and grossness and being squished on my head for hours and hours at a time. So again, I can't really complain about it. All the metal pieces are they're covered in fingerprints, but they're in pretty good shape. Again, nothing to complain about. Oh, and this is a wrap. This is a vinyl wrap. These come off. I didn't like, these were getting scratched up over time. So I did vinyl wrap these, and I'm a fan of it, but you can buy plates from VMODA that are engraved and custom and things like that should you choose to change them out. Now, let's talk about sound quality. That's why I still have these. The quality of the actual headphones is great. They're super, super durable. I've used them for everything. But the sound, to me, for the price point, right? These new were $250. You can get them now for about $150, or we could get the upgraded versions for $250, but we'll get there in a minute. So if you found these online new for $150, I would have you believe that that's just about as good as you can do. Or, I don't know if I said that right. As well as you can do? I'm not sure. Someone tell me in the comments for that amount of money. So even though these headphones are so incredibly tough and they sound so great, I did mention that something happened to them, and I told you I would say what that is. So unfortunately, right, I told you I have this new cord and I have this old cord, and even though they work independently with other things, these ports right here are shot. I really haven't looked into repairing them yet, but it's the first thing that's happened to these in all these years, and it's quite impressive that this is the first problem. But when you go ahead and plug these in, listen, right, it clicks in, and then, sorry, the mic's on my chest, so another one. I know you can't see that probably, but I promise I plugged them in, and they snap into place. So I don't really know where the connection issue lies, but they have a connection issue. And frankly, I've been using them a lot less lately because of that, because you kind of do that thing where once, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but once you do snap it in, you play that game where you're kind of trying to twist around the cord to find the perfect spot, but then if you move your head just a little bit to the side or something like that, you're back to square one. So that's the problem with them. That is why I'm finally able to make this video to tell you that if you absolutely abuse them, you can probably break them in about 12 years. What do we have here? This is a pair of Audio-Technicas that were brought into my household recently. These are the ATH SR50 BTs. Now, these are my girlfriend's headphones. I don't use them that much, but they are a similar price point. I think they're a little less, and they make a good comparison. I think Audio-Technica is a wonderful company. Now, granted, these are wireless, not wired headphones, but they're a similar size, similar price point. It's what I've got access to, so work with me here. Here's the deal. These are way more comfortable. These weigh maybe half of what the VMODAs do, but they're plastic. The VMODAs are metal, so that's to be expected. Comfort, these win. Again, they're lighter. The padding is fantastic. I mean, look how gushy. That's wonderful. And the top pad is much nicer on these as well. However, they do not sound anywhere near as good as the VMODAs. especially the vocals. The vocals on the VMODAs are unmatched in this price range. It is phenomenal. And so, you know, the build quality of these and the sound quality of these, to me, that's why I don't care about the flaking and all that, because it really is that good. So there is a new version of these called the VMODA M-100 Masters. They're a full high-resolution version of these. Now, that sounds like it'd be much better, but just keep in mind that the quality of your sound file is going to determine whether or not those headphones actually sound better in your everyday use. It's not going to really notice, or excuse me, you're not going to really notice a difference plugging them into your phone listening to Spotify, these versus the Masters. However, if you do have FLAC quality audio files to listen to, go ahead and spend the extra money. You will notice the difference. It's an updated model. You can't go wrong with that. But I think for the everyday consumer, this is still the way to go. So this has been my first tech review video, and I really enjoyed it. I think this is something I want to continue doing, but let me know if you enjoyed it, if it's something you'd be interested in seeing more of from this channel. I have a lot of possible content lined up if this is something that does well. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas, thoughts, suggestions. I'd love to hear from you guys. I really want this channel to take off, obviously, and I'm going to keep trying different things to see kind of what my audience might like. So hopefully you enjoyed this. You'll probably see another one of these in the future with something else. I'm not really sure what the next product is going to be, but I do have quite a few things lying around just waiting to be used. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you soon in the next one.